yeah, just to let you know, the style of this, of course, is, no edits, just cutting here and there. Feel free to use names and language as you would like. Explicit stuff I will not include on in the audio, but other than that, you're good to go. And it's not an interview so much as a conversation.
Okay, got it.
So that's it. And also, this is these guys. It's the guys. So the discussion for today, and I've told you, and I'll let you guys know, is fatherhood. This is my dad, actually. This is my real life dad, and I thought he and I would discuss a few things. We're about to move a few things, a little bit long distance down into the neighboring town. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to just kind of sit here and chat. So enjoy. This is what we're doing. So the big question, though I've not penned it yet, and this is our first week to synergize what topics I have in the forum, in the everyone section of my website, and the actual video content. The big question is fatherhood. Fatherhood is or appears to be, and then ... is the idea. So from your experience of 28 years now, how would you feel about fatherhood?
You mean other than terrifying?
Well, perhaps there's not really much but terrifying. It's really however you want to roll it.
No, it's probably the most rewarding thing. That's pretty cliche, but it's true.
Okay.
Full of, hitherto unbeknownst to me, heartbreak.
Really?
Fear.
Okay. Fear of... Is it just like he's going to need braces? That's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh no.
Or the diaper just came undone?
Scary.
Or okay.
No, that's not scary.
Okay.
Because those things, I mean, you just deal with those things. Those are just everyday things. If he needs diapers, then you take the money you had saved up for whatever, and you go buy diapers, and you have rice that night. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not scary.
Okay, so the
That's
economical
just
stuff is not nearly... Though it's uncertain, the economic stuff is not nearly
things are
as...
uncertain, but there's usually a way to get around the economic stuff.
Okay.
And once you make more money, then that's not an issue anyway.
Okay, hopefully.
But the frightening things, is he going to be hit by a car?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, he's riding a bicycle for the first time. Did I get in this pair of roller skates?
Sure.
He came home from college and I found a cigarette butt. Or a beer bottle. Or what does this mean? And that's really frightening, because then you know without a doubt you have no control over this other person, and you thought you could.
Sure.
In a positive way. Some people, of course, want control in negative ways. They just want total.
Parents, you mean?
Yeah, authoritarian control.
Okay.
But the idea of control of, can I keep this person safe?
Sure.
Can I make sure this person has a home?
Sure.
Can I make sure this person gets where he needs to go? Is he going to stay well? Will he go to the doctor?
And these are things...
Feed him? Will he feed himself? And
right.
If you've got the kid under your house, under your roof, then you kind of control that. And you can make sure that at least the opportunity's there. He doesn't eat, but it's not because he had to go hungry. Because he wanted to go hungry. That's different than knowing he's out there somewhere and wondering, where's my child? What's he doing? Is he all right?
So, from your experience today, one of the trickier parts of parenthood would be the kind of psychological implications of not knowing exactly what the hell's going on with your offspring.
I think that's a lot of it, and having to trust. Well, there's an underlying thing too, and having to trust that when your offspring is out there springing off whatever, that you have given him or her enough stuff to be able to do it without getting killed. And you really feel that responsibility as a parent. Because it was you who trained that person to go out there and confront the world. So did you do a good job? Well, I don't think there's any parent that would say, oh yeah, oh my kid's ready. Yeah, send him out, turn him loose, he's ready to go. I don't think that's the case. I think parents who say, you're 18, you need to get out. they're not saying that because they are confident the kid will do it well because of what they did.
I see.
They're confident that the kid will do it well because there's no choice. If you throw a kid out of 18 who doesn't even know how to cook a meal, well, I'll go when he gets hungry, he'll learn how to cook.
Right. So
that's the mindset. Whereas when we were in a spot where you wanted to branch out and do something away from us, it was, oh my God, have we prepared enough to not suffer consequences?
Sure.
For what he wants to do and to make good choices so there aren't bad consequences. And we felt that responsibility.
And you guys actually kind of called that responsibility to the fore when you allowed me, particularly back in Moscow, when you guys left, you allowed me to make the decision for my own to stay behind
that was terrible.
With a Russian family. It wasn't like I was just by my lonesome. But without you guys for what was about 6 months, you know, while you guys went stateside and established things up in Little Rock. So, I mean, you guys not only had the, you know, oh, he's 18, nail-biting experience, the whole empty nest situation, but actually, you know, I was an adolescent given the option to pursue my own kind of thing there for a while, which I know I deeply respect as your kid, but must have been very frightening. I mean, it was frightening for me as your kid. It was frightening for me, but as a parent who feels responsible, and I guess is responsible throughout that time, it must be particularly scary when you have kids who are under my roof of age, but doing things that are not exactly under your roof. Right. And you guys really stepped into that world, you know, pretty much dove right in, which I respect very much. I've gained a lot from it personally. I know that my time in Moscow without you guys was essential. Not because it was my first, not just because it was my first time away from the folks and their protective wings, but also, you know, time for me to really put into practice what you guys taught me. And it wasn't like, you know, my youth was all about, it wasn't just a training exercise and how well can I cope without the strengths and weaknesses of those I can band with.
Right.
But it really was it calls into play your sense of self-reliance, really, your ability to rely on yourself, but in a padded situation. Like I said, I wasn't there by myself.
Well, the thing, though, that was so interesting about the Moscow experience was that when we were there with you and living there, you were, of course, being a great teenager and doing what teenagers do, and you wanted to branch out, do your own thing.
Yeah.
In this strange city of 10 million people.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it's a new scenario, so I'm just testing out the sound. Go ahead. I'm sorry.